Hey, my loves. How you doing? It's been a while. It's been a while. For me, at least, it feels like it's been a while. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are dealing with this Neptune retrograde season as well as can be expected, I shall say, right? Because we all have triggers. I'm talking softly because I have a banging migraine. And I'm waiting for my nephew who just got back in town, coming back from the store with some goodie powders. Because I have no 3D dinero, right? So I'm suffering with this migraine. I have it, it just hasn't materialized in my hands. Let me correct myself. So if I take a pause or if I take a beat, or y'all used to me closing my eyes, but anybody who's had a migraine, you know, right? Anywho, I've been dealing with triggers. After my last video, or the second to last, whichever one, when I was triggered, what came after that were a whole bunch of little triggers, which brought me to the core of why I overeat and why I smoke weed to really just relax and escape, which I'm weaning off not smoking it. Once I get situated and settled, I want to just be able to cook with it and do CBD oil, but that's a whole nother video. So on my healing process, and I'm still healing, as you can tell, there are some things, God tells me to teach and learn at the same time. But when you're dealing with generational triggers, when you're dealing with deep-seated triggers from childhood that you really don't even remember, right? But you just know this is how you've been your whole life, and now that you on your spiritual journey, you're realizing that just because that's how you are your whole life doesn't mean that's how you have to stay. So then you go back and it's a domino effect. Then you got to peel back the layers and the onion. So this week, I got to peel back a few more layers. And so after that, of course, that part didn't bother me. But then what bothered me afterwards was like the aftershock. So, there's earthquake. And then you feel the first boom, but then there's an aftershock after that, right? And so I started overeating because I'm gluten free and because right now things are limited. I didn't eat bad. Normally, I would go to the things that I knew would hurt me, but I made a vow to myself after that last time that I'm not going to do that anymore. So instead of overeating on bad foods, they were semi-healthy, And so, okay, that's a symptom though. We all know that. That's one of my triggers. That's one of my addictions is food, overeating. I'm an emotional eater. And I realized, after watching a bunch of videos and reading up on some things, that when you eat salt, it's because you're angry. And when you eat sweets, it's because you're sad, right? I believe that's how it goes. Don't quote me on it. Look it up for yourself. It may be vice versa, but I think I'm actually correct. So I've been craving a lot of salt lately. And so that's an indication of that I'm mad, right? Okay, so why am I mad? Why are you mad, Danielle? And it's nothing new, right? But it's a trigger. So in order to get to the meat, I have to go through this. And so I'm mad because I'm still in this situation. I'm mad because the people I have treated genuinely, authentically, been there for them through thick and thin, no matter what, no matter when I realized they stole from me, no matter what, no matter when I realized they lied to me, no matter when I realized realize they kept things from me intentionally so I don't succeed. No matter what, I still accepted them. I still loved them. But I don't get the same. And so I'm questioning God. I'm asking, why am I still here? What other lessons do I need to learn? Okay. So then it gets to, okay, mad is the symptom. That's why I overeat. But then there's, okay, I just gave a list of reasons on why I was mad. But there's a root to that. There's a root to that madness, right? Remember, there's always anger. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. Or I may be slightly, because I felt like I wanted to hit something just a minute ago. So yeah, I'll say I'm a little angry. I'm working it out. This is my retrograde season. So this is the season where the universe and God and your spiritual guides see how much you've learned and what needs to be tweaked. So I used to be real angry. I used to just go to fighting. So I give myself kudos because I'm recognizing what it is. Okay. But and I took psychology in college. Mad is a symptom of something else. And then it dawned on me. I'm sad because my whole life I felt lonely. Well, yeah. And I remember saying that. Who is it? Oh, perfect timing. Oh, bless you, bless you, bless you. Thank you. I have such a migraine. Oh. And so I'm about to practice it. I'm going into this is not what I signed on here for, but I'm giving you back information. And so it dawned on me on why I'm mad and I'm a little angry for all the reasons that I gave you. But there's one reason. It's because I'm sad. I'm sad because I'm surrounded by people that I gave literally my life to. There was no part of my life that I didn't do, that I didn't think about them. But to them, I was being selfish. I was there. I was there for them and their children. But I realized that the moment I said no, it's like the walls went down and there's no pretending. No, they don't never come out and say what they're feeling. I don't think they quite understand it themselves because they're still asleep. And I've been woke my whole life. And then there was a period when I was in darkness, and now I'm coming out of the darkness. I'm coming back to my true self. My true self. And so as I'm healing, I'm watching a lot of other people because right now, the devil, the negative energy, my karmics, don't want me to get to the next level. Okay. It's not going to stop me though. Just because it's delayed don't mean I'm not going to get it. But as I'm watching the video right now, hold on, I have to check this. I have such a migraine, y'all. Excuse me. Gross. So I'm watching the video, and I'm going to name some of my sources. But right now, I'm keeping my information close to the chest because I know. Just because. Anywho, and I'm watching the video, and she's talking about your YouTube channel. And she says, and this weekend as I was brainstorming, one of the things that I wanted to do was do my mission statement. And so, what am I about? What is my channel really about, right? It definitely is about spirituality. It's about healing. It's about love. It's about protection. It's about awareness. It's about health. It's about fitness. And it's about God and our spiritual guides. But she said, "What's your message? What's your message?" She said some other things before that, but that didn't apply to me. So, what's my message? And that's it right there. It's just love and perseverance. Because even though I am sad and I feel lonely around people that I grew up with and I nurtured and I assisted and I supported and I big upped and I showed up and showed out and I cried with, defended, fought for, fought with. I did all those things. But I'm sad because I don't know why. I still feel like I can look for it in them where, okay, they'll get it, they'll get it, they'll get it. And I'm speaking of everyone around me, my whole family. There is not one in there that, listen, for like 3 months, I think once a month, I was throwing these gatherings when I first got back in town. And I missed my family. And I'm talking about everybody. So I would go to the eldest family member in the family, meaning out of my great aunts, uncles, and it was my Aunt Martha. And I hosted brunches. And I invited everybody in the A that was family. I did that in hopes of maybe one of them would pick up on it and say, hey, let me do the next one. But no, they said, well, if you need anything, let me know. But no one wanted to take the initiative, right? And so I say all that to say that I've been doing that type of thing my whole life. Birthday parties, weddings, funerals, celebrations just because. I've been doing that my whole life, and I thought that I would get it back from the people that I gave to. And it hurts my heart. It makes me sad that they don't get it the way I see it. But the thing is I know they get it because when I say something, they get emotional and they cry. And they're sorry, but it doesn't change. They actually begin to avoid me or show me disdain and be angry with me. And I get it. I know they don't get it because it's a spiritual thing. So they got to grasp at 3D things to explain why they feel the way they feel, but they don't get it, that it's a spiritual thing. And what it boils down to is whether you love conditionally or you love unconditionally. And unfortunately and fortunately, the people I have been around for the beginning part of my life set the stage for the people I surrounded myself with the latter part of my life. And so it's hard, it's painful, it's sad. I'm grieving. I've cried all day in the Publix parking lot, at the T-Mobile, and not the Publix parking lot, but, well, that was the other day, and Kroger, because I know I deserve better. I know I deserve to get the same amount of love and loyalty that I give. I know it. And right now, it's just unfair that I'm not getting it right now. It really is. It's unfair. It's unfair. Because I know I don't deserve it. I know I don't. I've been so genuine and authentic that people thought I was stupid or very, very, very naive. They didn't play me, they played themselves because they lost a good one. And I believe that wholeheartedly, always have. But now that I'm coming out of the darkness, and I realized why I was put in that dark tunnel in the first place, but I aided and abetted him too. Because I made one poor decision, I went against myself and I let the devil in. And it wasn't like no quick moment. This was something I knew my whole life that I would never do. And I went against it. I went against it. And it led me down a whole other path. But I didn't know black magic was being done on me either. I didn't know someone was doing love spells on me either. I didn't know someone was doing mirror magic on me either. I didn't know the man that I thought I loved, that I met at 25, green. Literally, I was green. I was so green. I hadn't even had a real relationship yet at 25 and only had like one real relationship. So I was so green when it came to love, y'all. I was all about that self-sacrificing love that religion teaches us, but that wasn't the way to go. And so as I'm pulling back the layers of this narcissistic spiderweb that I've been caught in for so long, I realize that it comes to me being sad. Sadness is real, but it come out like anger, emotional overeating, fighting, having sex without love, just fucking. It comes out in so many different ways that until God sat me down to get to the root of why I cry, it's because I'm sad. Some may say depressed, but I'm not depressed. I'm just reserving my energy for those that deserve my energy. I'm just reserving it. I have a migraine right now, or I'd probably be dancing to get up out the funk. So my goodies haven't kicked in yet. Is it goodies? Yes. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Heavenly Mother, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Ima Abba. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, my honorable ancestors of Danielle Nicole Marshall. I just told y'all my whole name. That's okay. I'm an open book. I'm an open book. I have been an open book my entire life. Genuine with my emotions and how I feel and what I'm thinking. Sometimes to my own detriment because I didn't know how to put a filter on my mouth. So, it's still a good day though. And I'm thankful. And I'm grateful. And just the other day I wrote to God and asked him to give me the same patience, grace, and mercy that he bestows upon me for others. Because I understand, overstand, and understand. But it still doesn't take away from the sadness. And it's just because I know I deserve better, and I know I deserve to be loved unconditionally and not just based on conditions like what I give, what I offer. I told this one young girl, because every time she came to the house, she wanted to give something or buy everybody something. And I get it. That was me. And I'm learning to undo that. It's because she wasn't nurtured and loved as a child. There's some pieces missing. And so the wisdom that I learned, I had to impart onto her before she got caught up. All I said was, stop giving all the time, because people will fall in love with what you give them and not you. So that's the moral of this story. Real time triggers, real time shadow work. Now I've come out of the darkness, but there's still shadow work because I needed to get to the meat. I needed to get to that. I did the work to get to, okay, I'm angry. I did the work to get to, oh, I'm mad. I did the work. But sad, I would never admit that I'm sad. I would never admit that. I'm sad for a lot of things. I'm sad that I didn't have the mother that I desired. I didn't have the closeness. Not at all. I'm sad that I didn't get to talk about boys with my mom. I'm sad about that. I'm sad my biological father was killed when I was 5. I'm sad about that. I'm sad I'm the baby sister, but I'm treated like a stepchild. I'm sad about that. I'm sad I trusted people that didn't deserve my trust. I'm sad about that. But I'm grateful because I learned how to love me. I'm sad though. And all I ask is just one touch from God. I believe. I do. I believe in miracles. I do. I do. I do. I do. I believe in miracles, meaning one day, just an instant. Just an instant. Just one touch. I can wake up tomorrow and not feel this. I can wake up tomorrow and my whole world just turned upside down for the better, for the greater, because it can't get no worse than this. Granted, I could be on the street. That's worse, but it can't get no worse than feeling isolated and unloved and unheard and unseen and manipulated and gaslighted and scapegoated. Yeah. It's a wonder that I get up every day and find a reason to smile. Because even though I'm telling y'all about this, I remember the state of mind I was in when all those things were going on. And now I'm grieving the fact that I witnessed it, I felt it, I experienced it. And now I'm letting it go. Because there's nothing else for me to do with it. I'm sad. To a certain part of me is sad. But that sadness is dying. because every day I get stronger, and every day I love myself a little harder and a little more because I'm around people that don't know how to love me, but they don't know how to love themselves either. No matter how many times I wrote it down and said this, and they can't even apply what I'm asking them to do for me to themselves. And that's what this journey is about. That I am learning that, even though I was very vocal about it to them. But not until later, because I thought everybody thought like me. I was naive in that too. I thought everybody saw. I thought everybody, even when they didn't see it, but when you explained it, they did the process to do better. But not everybody has that makeup. Not everybody has that makeup. Not everybody is built like that. And that's okay. I'm learning to be okay with that. I didn't always used to be. I used to get mad about it. Now when that madness comes up, I already know why. I know it's not them. I know it's something in me on why. And part of this journey is not looking outside yourself for the love that you are requiring of others. So, learning to give it to myself again, because I was. And then the moment I got tired, I was tired, y'all. And I said, F it. And I went against it. I went against my heart. And it didn't betray me. I betrayed it. I betrayed my heart. That makes me sad too. It does. I know I'm laughing, but I just got finished crying. I promise you. I guess that's why I can laugh, right? Because I've been crying all day. I've been literally been crying all day. I've been crying all day. They just been falling, and I let them fall. I used to feel ashamed of them because society and culturally, black folks, you know, ethnic folks, depending on where you was raised in the hood or the PJs, you know too, that crying is a sign of weakness in the hood. It means that a predator would see that as a sign of weakness. But what I didn't even realize is that no, predators are very cunning. They don't look for that. When you cry, that feeds them, that fuels them. They like that. They look for the holes in your soul where your mama didn't love you enough, or your daddy wasn't there, or you didn't get nurtured as a child, or you got passed around, or you was molested. All those things. They look for those things. That's why this journey is about loving ourselves enough not to allow those things to affect our lives, so we can make better choices and choose better partners and better friends. There literally was nobody that survived, and I say my previous life, no one. And they all exited my life first. So that makes me sad, but I'm grateful because I'm loyal to a fault. Not anymore though. Not anymore. I'm loyal to myself now first. I'm loyal to and what that means and what that looks like is that if I don't like it, if it doesn't feel good to me, not saying things like working out or anything like that. I'm talking about when you're interacting with people and something don't feel right, you correct it in a very good, nice way. Unless they cross a boundary and then you go Queen of Swords on their ass. Okay? I'm the Queen of Cups all day. I am. I'm the Queen of Cups all day. And I didn't realize that even with being very emotional and loving, that's what the Queen of Swords is, and nurturing. I mean, the Queen of Cups is that at sometimes when those people cross boundaries, when they don't reciprocate, when they don't support, sometimes you have to become the Queen of Swords and cut things off. That's hard for me. That may be hard for you too. That may be why you're on my channel. If you are, this is your first time watching. I never really say it, but I would like to grow my channel just to reach people out there who've been brokenhearted for whatever reason, because it's all a process. That's what spiritual journeying is to me. It's healing a broken heart. It's healing your broken heart. And depending on what kind of karma you put out there, how you treated people, that journey may be easy to a certain extent, because it's not going to be easy. Let me just put that out there, point blank and period. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. You're going to want to quit. You're going to want to give up. You're going to be cussing at yourself. You're going to be doing a whole lot of crying, a whole lot of why me. But that gets you to the meat. I don't know if your issue is sadness, but you can't just skip to go to sadness. You got to peel back your layers. I just gave you mine as an example, so you got to pull back your layers. I never had a self-esteem issue. I talk to anybody. I ain't care what they look like, where they was from. But going through this process, when I realized how I've been manipulated, it makes you second guess yourself to a certain extent. It makes you lack trust in yourself. And that's understandable. Listen, that's understandable. And I had to come to terms with that myself. That's understandable. But we got to do the work if we want to heal our hearts. And it's okay to cry. Even now, even while I was crying, it was like, don't cry, don't cry. I'm like, nah, F it. I'm sad. I don't deserve this. This is unfair. Yeah, life's unfair, all that crap. I get it. But in this moment, it's really unfair. It's unfair because I've been in this too long. And they holding up my progress. And I am a trap set. I get it. But I'm ready. I'm ready, really, to face any other challenges but these. I don't think, I really don't think my heart is too big. I don't think it's going to make me stop caring. It's not. It's going to make me feel less sad. Yeah.